Okay, we're going to do a quick video on protesting your tax valuation of your residential property. So typically in the first part of the year, depending on where you live, you're going to get an assessment sent to you by the appraisal district, whatever the authority in your area that does property appraisals is, usually the county. But they're going to send out a valuation and say, based on our evaluation, your property is worth X, and that's what we're going to tax it based on. So a lot of times the tax value has nothing to do with the actual market value. But for the purposes of this video, we're talking about what has that authority said your property is worth and how are they going to tax you based on that. So let's say that valuation comes out and it's higher than you agree with. You think that they valued your property too high and you don't want to have to pay taxes on an inflated value. So there's an easy process for protesting that in most areas. So all I can say specifically in our area, it's really, really simple and it can be done in person. In other areas, I know that this can be done online. In some areas it is a little bit more tedious, but basically what you're wanting to do is run an evaluation of your property. That can be typically done by having a realtor run either comps or what I would call an advanced comparable market analysis of determining what have some other similar properties in your area sold for. Ideally, you're looking for some properties that have sold on the lower end of the range. You don't want to be dishonest, but you do want to look for properties that are similar to yours that have sold for lower so that you can have your valuation lowered to whatever you feel is an appropriate value, and then let them know, here's the data to support my opinion of the value. Yours is too high. Here's proof that it should be lower. Typically, as long as you have good, reliable data from a reliable, authoritative source like your local MLS, multiple listing system, or closed sale data, they're going to be willing to make that adjustment. That could ultimately save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the taxes you're paying for your property. In some states, property taxes aren't as big of an issue because they might have a state income tax. But states like Texas, where we are, property taxes are a big deal, and protesting an inaccurate market valuation is really important. So we do that for our clients, and I know a lot of other agents do that for theirs. So that's something you might want to look into.